Alright guys, well, there's a storm approaching right now. I might be a little bit too late and I don't want to get caught in a thunderstorm. I can already hear thunder coming up from behind me here. It's coming in from the east. It's probably about 2 hours to sunset. So I'm trying to make my way up to a place I've never been before here in Sedona. It's a nasty four-wheel drive road. Found a place to park and now I'm trying to get over and hike probably about a mile or so into a beautiful red rock area, but like I said, I've never been there before, so gotta get going. Alright guys, it is getting extremely windy. While that time lapse was running, I kind of ran around a bit to see if I can find a better composition than what I have now. I think we're a little too close to the mountain, so what I'm doing is I'm going to move over to this point that's way over here on the corner. I get a little bit better angle of when the sun actually sets, because right here, when the sun passes over these red rocks to the right of us, it's going to be way before actual sunset, so I want to kind of get the sun a little bit lower in the sky before it, goes behind the red rocks. So we're going to move over there real fast and then continue on trying to find the composition. There are several elements to consider when deciding your composition: the weather, the direction and type of light that is being presented. Ask yourself, what is your subject? What catches your eye as you move around the area? If you want the most impact, consider everything going on around you. Find something that holds your attention, then look for ways to tie the subject into a visual story. Before you get your camera out, look for colors, lines, repeating patterns. In this case, the red rocks with the blue storm clouds had beautiful color contrast, and I wanted to fill the image with those two elements. The sandstone patterns and lines in the foreground was a great way to tie it all together. Okay guys, so what I'm doing here is looking through the lens that I wanted to use. I originally had the 24-70 on there, but after looking through it, I decided I want to go just a little bit wider because I have these beautiful little holes in the sandstone here that almost like little animal paw prints. It's really cool. And then kind of the texture leads all the way up into the subject here, which I'm not sure what rock this is, but everything kind of leads towards this subject. And that's the biggest thing to take away from this is, in a place as famous as Sedona, even I'm guilty of just shooting like Cathedral Rock or Thunder Mountain or Bell Rock or things like that, or Courthouse Butte. And with this rock, and this place that I'm really not familiar with, or I've never been here before, and there's no blueprint, there's no, everybody shot this before, because this is kind of hard to get to. You need a four-wheel drive, or you have to hike about 12 miles round trip, which makes it a little more unique, which, it kind of makes it a little bit harder to you know what you want right away. I know I'm going to take a picture of Cathedral Rock. I know the area, this place where everybody shoots from. This place is a little bit different, so I get to be creative, and the first thing is defining a subject. So what is my subject going to be? And this is my obvious subject. I got a big, beautiful mountain with a really nice shape to it. It's isolated, so it's not part of like a bigger mountain where you're going to be cutting something off. So once I found that, then it's about tying it all in together. How am I going to tie everything together to make it a compelling image? Am I going to tell a story? And so I was able to find some beautiful foreground with some interesting, holes in the sandstone, and kind of brings your eye in, leads you through and into the subject. When you're shooting storms, or when you're shooting when there's a storm coming through, really a crapshoot, because it could be one of those memorable, you'll never forget sunsets. If that sun just breaks through the clouds just at the horizon and lights everything up, it's just, one of those things that are just, that is usually the best light. But also, I got a real thick layer of blue, dark blue storm clouds right just above the horizon. So it's kind of moving off to the northwest, so I might get lucky here and get something absolutely epic, or I might get just, snubbed and snuff all the light out and be a dud. Yeah, this place is absolutely beautiful. It's, you know, there's the possibilities are kind of endless with this place. You know, there's just sandstone everywhere. There's really interesting patterns everywhere. So the biggest thing is define your subject. Once you know what your subject is, the other elements in the frame need to complement it. You know, if it doesn't complement, if it doesn't help your subject, leave it out. You know, don't just grab a wide angle because you want to incorporate everything. I think a lot of people kind of fall back on a wide angle because they want to try and fit everything in the frame. You know, and that's not always going to be the case. With this situation here, I thought the wide angle would help out because I have some really interesting patterns that I want to get. Plus I have the mountain in the background. And with the wide angle, it doesn't shrink the background too much. You know, I'm close enough to this subject to where using 20 millimeters or 14 millimeters is not going to make my subject small in the background. So that happens a lot with wide angle lenses. So now I'm just going to kind of move around a little bit until I find exactly what I want and just kind of wait for the light. Maybe what I can do is set up to take a shot every second or so, and maybe get one of these lightning bolts. If I see another lightning bolt again, I'm probably going to set up and just do like my interval timer and just see if I can get some lightning bolts, because that would make the shot even better. That would save, if there isn't a sunset, that would actually save it. So I think I'm actually going to do that. Alright guys, well, I'm just letting this finish up. I'm still shooting so what I did is I focus stacked with an exposure that I liked for the foreground, and then I focused on the background, got the exposure that I wanted, and then I just set it on my interval timer and just let it shoot. That way I can get all that lightning in there. I think I got some pretty good lightning shots. There's a little bit of color that came through, just a little bit at the horizon, kind of in the saddle of the big mountain and the little mountain where it hit. Like there's a little bit of red glow that came through, so I think that's gonna look really nice. So I'm gonna pack up now, get out of here. I got about a half an hour drive back to Sedona on this really gnarly road, and then I got about an hour drive north to Flagstaff. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of scouting for fall colors. That'll be in the next video, so thanks guys, bye.